Where is what's it? Oh, there he is. Oh, wow. I forget where the guy is. Yeah, he's over. Ready to go? Yes, I'm ready to go. Ta-da. Oh. Somewhere in here. There it is. Praise be for your deaf hands. Deaf hands. I have an idea of what our next step ought to be, though perhaps it would be best to appraise of our progress. Give me flight first, and then I will wipe this place out instantaneously of this power of our engines. Alas, I fear that each of these we examine are guaranteed to break down sooner or later, so you continue using them at their current state. Surely you jest. I swear on my integrity as an engineer, you are in dire need of instruction in the proper operation of Saurian engines. You saw the little lamp light up when you touched the switch, correct? That only illuminates when there is an issue with the engine. They were switched off for want of fuel when the settlement was abandoned, no doubt, which prevented them burning out. Wanting to let them freeze solid instead air. Your lot turned them on. From the state they're in, I can only assume it didn't occur to you to warm them up first. I notice you have heating technology of your own, but it will do you no good should the engines power them break. Now will it? You have nothing to lose and everything to gain from my assistance. I am a machinist from frozen climate myself, and what you say sounds plausible enough. Oh, very well. On behalf of the camp, I humbly ask you to repair the Saurian engines. I suppose that means I'll be taking responsibility for anything go wrong. So you may as well use your own two hands this time. That's the spirit. I knew you'd come around. Okay, no. That's delivered cold. Bum, bum, boom. That's delivered cold. There you are. I knew you'd have the heart. I knew you'd have the heart to help a soul in need. I'm sure you're gonna your side. As usual, I'll just stay with him. Is this where we're going? It'll be some time yet before we map the entire this vast expanse. It stretches north as far as the eye can see, unhospitable to even the hardest of explorers. It is a wonder that the Garleans survived at all, let alone went on to form the Empire. Seeing the Magna Glaciers with my own eyes, however, I gained some understanding of their disposition. They adapted. They adapted and made this place their own. So that says a lot. This is only hearsay, but I've been told those masses are formed when Solarium bursts forth from the earth and comes into contact with the surrounding water, freezing instantly and capturing that moment in violence. Violence forevermore. The water mixed in it prevents the solarium from being set aflame, so we can't use it as fuel without refinement. The amount of solarium you get after all that work is barely worth the trouble. Pure solarium is wrested straight from the earth. That's what those rigs you see off in the distance are doing, or so I've heard. Here we are, safe and sound. I couldn't have done it without you, friend. Now all that's left is to deliver the goods. Let's enter those caves and get some shelter from these freezing winds, eh? Story, the story stuff. Well, the goods have been safely delivered, but I'm afraid I have one more task to beg of you. Of course, I'd do it myself if I could, but I'm afraid this calls for someone with skills that I lack. You're not obligated to help me again, but seeing as how you are already here, maybe you wouldn't mind hearing me out. And I have to wait. You will have to wait because I'm doing both. Oh. Card? Right, card battle? I suppose games president good opportunity to get to know people. What say you? Are you willing to play around with me? Of course. Ew. Why do you have that in your... Why do you have as one of your cards? Ew. Hey, he's got verse. I don't know what happened there, but wow. Roulette. Oh, great. Oh, this is gonna be fun. That's 9. It's roulette. That's the thing. Yeah, see? Oh. It's just changing the second rule. That was terrible. Order. Well, there goes that card. Oh, no, maybe not. I'm gonna win. Chaos. Oh, you were gonna do that to me, huh? I'm gonna try one more round, and then I'll leave it be until later on. Same, so. That's an 8, okay. Okay. If my prediction is correct, she should still be around here. His name is Vorcerus, but most know him better for his scarlet locks. Considering how reluctant he is to leave, I doubt he'd answer if we try calling out for him. Mind helping me look? Who are you? Boris, we've been looking everywhere for you. Still refusing to join everyone at the other camp, I see? I'm not going anywhere, not without Mom and Dad. See, at least for your own good. I know you. Came here with Julius, didn't you? Please, you've got to listen to me. Mom and Dad are alive. I know they are. Saying they aren't. Sorry to burden you, but I have a feeling he'll be more cooperative once he's got this off his chest. Hear him out, would you? Yeah, can I at least... Give me that first. Let me go finish the other quest, and then I'll have flying, and then we'll talk about this. I want access to flying, and then I'm gonna finish all these other side quests from the camp, and then I'll be able to do what I need to here, and then I'll fill in the maps of the map, and that'll be the end of it. As your hair, children are our future. Excuse me, sir. If you'd seen a little boy with hair similar shade to mine, he's my son and I can't find him anywhere. It all started when I told him we ought to seek shelter at your encampment, and he started wailing and sobbing like I'd never seen. The next thing I knew, he was running hell for leather. Goodness wears hell. I'm worried he may have left the station altogether, and the streets above are rife with strangers. Please, could you help me find him? Oh, you will? Bless your heart. If I know my son, he's probably tried to return to our house to the north. Try these first. Let us try there first before anywhere else. Or anywhere. It'll be easy to recognize, I should think, with the color of his hair and all. Am I? Or block street. Who are you? Oh, I won't go to the enemy's camp. I'm going home. The boy with the sky blue hair has made a good escape. Let's resume your search. The boy has taken flight and will likely be looking over his shoulder. For now. Oh, come on, don't do this. It's another follow the boy. Oh, they're getting complicated with these now. They're gonna make me work for this one. Oh. Come on, game! Really? Wow. All because of this thing. All because of that one enemy that just had to screw me over by just spawning right there. Like I said, one of the gripes about this game is like I've talked about it before. Is their enemy placement. It's like they do a poor job of it. Come on. I hate this. It's like, you want to rush it, but the thing is, they're making you go as slow as possible. And make you sit around in a spot forever until it's like, for like 5 minutes, and it's like, that's so boring. It's like, get to the point. It's a side quest, not a, even though it gives you a current, it's like, it's still a side quest. This isn't like, I just don't like things like this. I don't like escort missions, and I certainly don't like doing sneaky things that have to do with sneaking. Until he disappears behind the pillar. There's again. There we go. Oh, our home. It's here, right here. Maybe I learned I'm staying here to build a new house. Bigger and better than the old one. So this may be constructed as a particular punishment, but remember that you cannot know better. You should find him. No, I don't. Because I don't have, like, gear for this. Why do you care so much? We're enemies, remember? Why are you trying? But Mother's worried I should go back to the station. That brat has caused me harm. Now that was annoying. That was one of the more annoying, like, tracking, keeping track of someone. But we have it. I was worried when I was wondering when I would see you again. I'm happy to report my son has returned, poor creature. You should have seen him, tears pouring down his own cheeks, crying his apologies to me. I know that you were the one who found him, though. He didn't mention a word of it to me. I almost couldn't believe my ears when he said he wouldn't mind moving to your camp. He was dead against it only hours ago. What could have happened, I wonder? What? He was attacked by that horrid magic tech? Thank goodness, that must have been quite a shock for my little man. Thank you for coming to his rescue. There is a sorry lesson to be gained from all this, though, one that I hope he retains. Do not scorn a horrific hand. For offered hand when one is in need, whether that hand be friend or foes. At any rate, I thank you for finding him. It's not much, but please, I insist. There it is. Now we have life. All is right with the worlds. That'll make moving around so much easier. I got it. Hey, everyone's here. And finally all reached Golem mode. Stop flying, man. Oh. Really? Whoop. 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 Let let me see what we got here. Okay. Let's do the ones we have right now. So I guess we can grab them. Grab this right here. Camp Brookings. I just don't know how to really go about doing it. I'm gonna be honest. Just put that back on. Okay. Hold on a moment. I know you. Yes, you're the one of the Aurorians who was brought to the station, aren't you? I was told that I would receive assistance from one involved in the contingent's decision-making processes. But I must say, seeing you here comes as a shock. You seem the sort of person to be above the sniping of vermin. Sure you've time to spend on such menial tasks? Very well, I won't press the subject any longer. Your assistance will prove invaluable, I'm certain. Now then, time is wasting. Let us converse in the Abraham. We'll set the trap. Okay. And I'm gonna go over here. I know this is gonna be a while. That's the thing. You mean it? You're really gonna help me? Just over this way, quickly. Follow the little girl and try not to fall behind. Oh, I'm not doing that. I'm not worried about how long it'll take to do all this because, you know, if I probably get all these done, I'll probably most likely get to 87. So, and being at that level would really help. Was that some sort of magic? Forgive me, I've begun to panic, thinking I'd be trapped forever. Thanks to you, I can walk away with my life intact. I'm proud of you, my little soldier. How brave you were to seek help as you did. You must have been so scared. I was, but that's when I met this real little soldier. Littler than me, even, and he asked this nice man to help us. He was little as well. That's what happened. We were at the station when they announced the truce. So I know that we're no longer at odds, but even so I imagine it's difficult for some of you to see us as anything more than the enemy. Your contingent is kind enough indeed to take us in as you have. It is more than I expected, to be sure. I was prepared for something of a fight, in fact, but so long as my sweet one depends on me, nothing shall stop me from making sure she's safe. We are survivors, come what may. Come, buddy. We'll set out for your camp once more. Farewell, sir. You have my most heartfelt gratitude. Before I go, do give my thanks to that warrior my daughter spoke of. Should you see him again? journal. Oh, I've actually. Is it really only 6? Yeah. That makes things interesting. We might be able to get this done sooner than I thought. Because like I said, once we're done here, we're gonna go. I'm actually gonna go back to. I'm gonna actually go to I'll go to the moon next to clear all that up, get all the aetherytes and stuff. I want to be sure that I'm prepared at least somewhat. Like I said, with flying and such, so I could actually just zip through the rest of the game, the rest of the expansion, without needing to painstakingly run over Alps territory and everything. Like right now, like I'm just flying. But it's really not helping in my situation right now. I'm not. There it is. It's been a while since I flew, so it's kind of like, eh. I mean, I've done a couple of fates here already, so. Magic Tech Tyler. Well, Rosier's very own hero himself is out to be our pilot. Then again, accomplished aviators such as yourself are thin on the ground these days. I suppose they had to turn to you. I heard some fascinating stories about you, you know. Is it true you rode an ancient elegant war mech in the battle against the 7th Legion? Seem far-fetched, but now that I've gotten a good look at you, I can see there may be some truth to the tale. But let us turn to the business at hand. The Isabar contingent has requested that we ascertain the level of damage the city has sustained. And the only way to get a proper handle on the situation is from above. However, there are still hosts of autonomous machines lurking in the streets, and they won't hesitate to shoot down an unidentified craft, which is where the First Legion magic tech comes in. So long as we remain inside this armor, we needn't fear attack from the ground. When your lines are sufficiently graded for your trip among the clouds, just say the word. Not to scare you off. This is important to us. I hope you have some idea of what you're about to embark on. You will be wheeling through the sky in what is essentially a metal bucket. That hasn't unnerved you, Emery. I know how this works, but let us be on our way. Whoa. Well, I never actually flew, I don't think, with the magic tech ever. There's a starter survey for the dwarf. Word of warning, though, from above. The overhead's there. It looks like it might collapse at any moment. A single chocobo feather can see it crumble. Uh-huh. There's some buildings that are still up and running. Look! Look there, and this looks largely attacked. I wonder. Okay. Thank you for joining me in the skies today, Ronald. That's a pretty cool... I like these sides of side quests too. Just flying around and checking the place out. I confess, I have been on my guard around you, Zorzian, a lot. It has been beaten into my skull that you are, as will always be, my enemy. Spending time with you today, however, has made me realize that you truly are here to help us, not harm us. To be honest, your contingent support has been a bright spot in this gloom. It is easy to fall prey to hopelessness, but we've a responsibility to fight on, do we not? We are all of us living on this star, and who else could see it brought back from the brink of ruin? Many of us have lost family, friends, loved ones. Grief hangs heavy on the Empire. We need time to lick our wounds. That does not mean we are without the fire of determination. We wish to see our home restored to its former glory. This is part of the reason why I decided to undertake this task. Actually, I wanted to better understand not only the road ahead for the Empire, but to see for myself the stuff you Orosians are made of. Enough sentimentality, though. There's still much to be done here, and this armor won't repair itself. Would you mind reporting back to the reconnaissance officer who assigned you to this task and tell him of our findings? Okay, that's another one. And we'll mark that one off. Oh, cleaning up very slowly. Ow. You came. I have expected you not. You might not. Given the dangers. Then again, you are Rosia's champion, and what sort of hero balks in the face of a challenge, eh? Forgive my excitement. I've been wanting to make your acquaintance for some time now. Yes, well, anyway, shall we be off? Find me out, I shall escort you from there. Far easier that way, trust me. Yeah, one of those quests that actually allows you to go out of your way. It forces you to go all the way out there, but which in the end allows you to fill the map up. Imperial Hunter. This here is almost a land, and considering how prolific the things are, we shouldn't have to wait long before one comes lumbering by. But I forgot myself. Before we go hunting here, special. Not for you, of course. For them. Drown them in this stuff and there'll be 3 sheets to win before you know it. No easy quarry to catch than a drunk fool, am I right? Once you found one, don't forget to collect the bloody trunk on it. What is that in the back? Yeah, that's the only problem with this. Woo! Okay. Have you the bloody chunk I requested? I should hope you kept it in a bottle, for I would rather not have gore dripping all over the both of us. Yes, I put it in a bottle. Good work, I must say. You're quite the man to face such a beast without so much as batting an eyelid. Though it was silly when you expect all nice for the self-same man to put in it. I know full well it was a trap. Must be wondering why the blood. While the other are clever creatures, they won't willingly wander into dangerous lands, especially ones that smell of death. The Sprakery, of course, we out their fellows' gore about the encampment. Ought to ensure they give us a wide berth. Get back. Hey. More. I should help me. Everything's 82. I may have to go to the moon. I might need to go to the moon and get the gear. Your assistance is greatly appreciated, sir. I will distract you, allowing you ample time to take aim with your newly appointed weapon. But the engineers are to be believed, scoring a direct hit will send a powerful current through the giant system or ultimately disable it. Why are we doing it? Search your surroundings. Are opposed to just fire a cannon. Gun. Excellent shooting, Ronald. Now those wretched magic tech have been dispatched, we will be able to deliver the citizens to safety. Before I return, I should send word to camp where congrats with superior will await you with your reward. I'll make sure of it. There we go. Last one. This hopefully will allow me to get the whatchamacallit to complete. There's the map. Virtually do match attack. Oh, this is a bother. The magic tech I have my eye on doesn't seem to be quite as accessible as I hoped. There's just so much accursed residue in the way, we won't be able to drag the thing out. Maybe if I need hate that. If you have any pretty ideas up your sleeve. Oh well, no, the trick. I'm not at all skilled in Orsian technologies, which means there's I'll blow my hands clearing off if I try to take over such devices. Perhaps I can do. Not that hard, just throw. Day in the sun. Poor boy was originally meant to be used against the Third Legion, to rain death and destruction upon them. But I lied to my superior officer and told him this bunker was torn to beyond repair for purpose. Now I get a second, far more peaceful chance at life. And I am spared the grief of knowing that I had a hand in spilling my countrymen's blood. When I was told to what ends it would be used, I couldn't believe my ears. This is not the Empire I knew, the Empire I believed in. I had been taught that our countrymen's cornerstone was peace, one founded upon the ways of science and machine. How could we make such a claim when insurgent strife lays waste to our lands, kills our people? You may be an Orsian, but I see that your heart is true. So I know that you will answer me honestly when I ask, do you find the Emperor cruel and barbarous? All that separates our two sides is greed. You're kind to say so. It's the victors who write history, and I fear that Golemov will be penned with no kind hand. We've seen to that ourselves, so I will wholeheartedly believe in our founding principle. unification under the banner of peace. Which is why I plan to put this war machine to better use. Like rebuilding our city for one. His days on the battlefield will be behind him once my tools are to have done their work. Thank you for allowing me the chance to talk so frankly, and for all of the pyrotechnics and whatnot. Well then, shall we be heading back? I'm sure your comrades later is what? Where? Yep, I get the report in. Craziness. I've got to say to that. Alright, let's turn everything in. Let's turn everything in and see if we get to 87. Even though it will probably hurt. It's gonna hurt a lot when they do that. Oh, we're slowly getting closer now. The hunter has delivered word to me already that his plans to deal with our Yeti troubles. How clever the stagnating... How clever a stratagem he's hit upon. According to Meffert weren't quite so macabre. Shall we say, almost surreal to consider that our own foes now aid us in our survival. Today has proven to me that we really can bridge the divide and what separated us from them. And all it takes is for us simply to reach out and offer a hand in friendship. I should very much like for this newfound partnership to continue. I'll turn in these quests and then we'll keep going. We'll go to the other area. There you are, Ronald. I've already received word from our friend, the engineer. It was rather wholesome in his praise of you. I must say you are a credit to the cause. There was a lightness about him. One I hadn't seen when first he spoke of me to me, as if a weight had fallen clean off his shoulders. As a member of the Imperial Army, he is no doubt conflicted about that state of affairs. Perhaps speaking with you helped him gain a bit of perspective. Oh, the whole thing, who knows? At this rate. At any rate, allow me to thank you for your work today. Yep. So slowly my FC is gaining traction to the game through the expansion. You've flown through the skies above Golemon and lived to tell the tale? How was the Imperial pilot? I can't imagine how difficult it was for me to look down on such wreckage and know that it was once your home. But I'm sure your presence was a comfort to him. It will take a great deal of hard work and degrees to see this city restored. But I have all the faith in the world that we can see it done. I only hope that our efforts can bring together an alliance between our realms. Hey, have you any discarded weaponry on your person? There you go. Yes, this is just what we're looking for. Thank you for bringing it to us. It is said that each legion has its own unique weaponry, but to my eye, it is all much of a muchness. I suppose their similarities are owed to the fact that they were mass-produced, and the actually Golemon still thought itself a republic. When they first started employing Rogadan mercenaries, they sought to diversify their armament in the same way as their troops. Of course, later advances in technology made it possible to churn out all sorts of weaponry at an alarming rate. I wonder if they had never discovered Machina. What would the Empire look like today? 616, doesn't it? It does. My men report they found both the mother and child making their way here. I provided them the shelter and aid they require. I confess I was more than just surprised when the woman told me of your success in lifting the rubble. It sounded too tall a tale to be real even, but then I remember who we were dealing with. Felt foolish for doubting her. At any rate, they are safe and in our care now, all thanks to you. Yeah. It's climbing. Good to have you among us again, Ronald. I've heard that you triumphed in taking down those behemoth war machina. I've prepared you a reward to compensate for your efforts. A piece of wood proved as effective as Garnal. Ironworks intimidated. But such is to be expected. Their craftsmanship is well renowned in their latest efforts. We down to their credit. Alas, we were told not to expect more of its type, at least anytime soon. According to a letter received, its crafting was only made possible through the work of a rather ambitious employee in a mountain guild. Production of it on a large scale will provide impossible. Expenses notwithstanding, you were able to wield this foreign ordnance with great aplomb. Though it is but a trifle compared to the valor shown. I offer you this as a show of gratitude. Yay! Yay.